Introduction. In a world where the journey to success is often glamorized and diluted, there arises a need for raw truth, unfiltered sweat, and an unyielding commitment to one's goals. This book cuts through the noise and lays the bare essential principles that transcend the bounds of different aspirations. Success, my friends, is not an exclusive privilege of anybody. It's not confined to a particular ideology, nor does it discriminate between a socialist revolutionary or a corporate magnate chasing the CEO throne. What binds these diverse ambitions together is the shared demand for nerves of steel and an unwearying dedication that can only be forged through sweat, pain, and relentless self-discipline. This book takes you on a journey where the road is uncertain, the challenges are immense, but the potential for greatness is unparalleled. It doesn't matter what you are rallying for: social transformation, seeking solitude in the woods, or climbing the corporate ladder. The principle of mental resilience, relentless physical effort, and an unshakable willpower remains constant. In the pursuit of revolutionary goals, both in the literal sense and also in the sense of revolutionizing your life, we must be unyielding. The moment we allow ourselves a break, our enemies may perceive it as weakness, a chink in our armor. Every battle we face requires our undivided attention, our relentless dedication, and an unwavering commitment to our cause, or causes. Our enemy is not just the external challenges we face, but also our own inclination towards comfort. As warriors of change, we cannot afford to show a soft side, to let our guard down, or to rest on soft couches. The struggle we embrace is continuous. It demands that we attack the world with our full force every single day. In life, you'll find that there are three distinct types of people. Imagine this as a great dichotomy of existence, a trinity that defines the human condition. You got the sheep, and the shepherd dogs, and the wolves. The sheep, well, they are the ones who just graze along, following the herd, oblivious to the world around them. They live their lives in comfort zone, seeking path of least resistance, and they are content to be led. They shy away from challenge, shy away from adversity, and ultimately they shy away from becoming the best versions of themselves in any given task. Then there are shepherd dogs. These are the protectors, the ones who understand that there is a responsibility to be responsible. They are the brave souls who stand between the wolves and the sheep. Their willingness to confront hardship and adversity underscores their commitment to the moral law, irrespective of the challenges they face. Moral actions driven by a sense of duty, rather than mere consequences or personal gain. It is a calling in a non-utilitarian sense, a drive to accomplish something. And then there are wolves. These are the ones who seek to dominate, to take what others have, and to exploit any weakness they find. They are driven by their own desires, often at the expense of others. They are cunning, relentless, and they'll stop at nothing to get what they want. These wolves, if you will, represents individuals who embody a form of unchecked self-interest. Their actions are driven solely by their immediate desires, devoid of consideration for the broader consequences or the well-being of others. In this world, you have a choice. You can be the sheep, the wolf, or the shepherd dog. Choose wisely, for your choices will shape the kind of life you lead. Graveyards are filled with people who didn't grasp one fundamental concept: that their actions have consequences. Life, you see, can be conceived as a check, where each action and each decision is an entry to the check. But be not mistaken, to escape from the check is a mere illusion, an ideological fantasy. We cannot simply evade or erase traces of our choices. They persist, lurking in the background, shaping our very being. Consider the individual who procrastinates, who runs away with excuses, evading the hard labor of existence. They may momentarily feel good in the comfort of their symbolic evasion, but the reality is filling in the checks with facts. On the other hand, the one who confronts the abyss of their own existence, who takes ownership of their actions and recognizes the inherent dialectic of effort and discipline, fills their check with potential transformation. The transcendence of contradictions as they advance, as they bleed in sweat, and thus they incredibly inscribe their check with a narrative of purpose and achievement. I'm here to tell you that there can be no desperate position so insurmountable that it cannot be conquered. But there's a key concept here that you have to grasp. If you find yourself in an underprivileged position, the path to overcoming doesn't lie in pointing fingers at those who are more privileged. Blaming them won't get you anywhere. What you have to do is put in double, triple, heck, quadruple the effort they put in. That's how you beat the odds. That's how you rise above your circumstances. Look, life isn't fair. It has never been. And believe me, I am working it to be as much as possible. But that doesn't mean you are destined to be held back by current dynamics of the world. That's what they want from you. I know it's tough. I know it's an uphill battle. I've been there myself. But the beautiful thing about effort is that it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter where you come from or what your background is. If you are willing to put in the work, if you are willing to push yourself beyond your limits, you can achieve something. For example, it would be an error to perceive socialist revolutions, socialist states, and left terror organization entities solely through the lens of the outright victory or defeat. For their influence transcends the conventional notions of success and failure. Again, the words we are focusing on is dedication, discipline, and endurance. Indeed, one must concede that socialist countries and left-wing groups did not emerge as triumphant victors on the grand stage of global geopolitics. However, their actions bore profound repercussions that extended far beyond the battlefield of Cold War. These socialist nations and radical organizations, with their manifestos of revolutions, agitated for a transformation of the status quo. It may not have materialized their goals as intended, however, they managed to create a shift in democratic capitalist world. They forced democratic capitalist societies to reevaluate their own dynamics, to confront the inherent contradictions within their systems. Although not as intended, they had to give in. The fear of radicalization, the specter of left-wing extremism, led to a reconsideration of retirement, social safety nets, labor rights, and wealth distribution. As you can see here, you always achieve something as you start attacking the world. You can put a limit for your ultimate marathon for 200 kilometers. You might never get there, but surely you will do far more than average man who isn't putting in the effort. You will change things, yourself and others. So don't waste your precious time and energy resenting those who may have had more advantages, systems that seem unchangeable. Use the energy to fuel your determination and drive. Let their privilege be your motivation. Show them your pain is your motivation. Show the world that nothing, absolutely nothing, can hold you back when you are willing to outwork, out-endure, and out-dream anyone who stands in your way. Remember, it's not about where you start. It's about where you determine to finish. So embrace the struggle. Channel your underprivileged situation into a source of strength. And prove to yourself and the world that you can overcome anything with the relentless effort and an unbreakable spirit.